We're going to plant our potatoes in this bed here today. I'm going to amend the soil with some vegetable. It's a standard, just like vegetable fertilizer is what it recommends. Going to sprinkle some on the surface, and then we're going to rake it in, till it into the soil real good, and then figure out our spacing on our potatoes.
They're going crazy out there. They just think that they're gonna get something. Look at that big bird out there. Okay, many of you don't know. We have potatoes that we had grown from actual potatoes that I had in my cupboard. And then we decided that that was not going to be enough. So we went out and actually bought seed potatoes. So this entire bed is going to be potatoes. Now, we read the package, and if you planted every single potato that was in that bag, we would get about 75 pounds
We won't get that.
of potatoes.
We're just gonna, this is our first time doing it. Gonna give it a shot in one of these. So we've seen other people do it. That way it makes it easier to dig them, so you don't have to get out the pitchfork and get crazy. And if this doesn't work next year, we'll try container potato. We're gonna try a couple potatoes in containers this year, but we'll compare and we'll see what we want to do and what we have the best harvest out of. Potato into sections.
Into
and make
sections.
Sure you have one or two eyes on each.
But then you also have to make sure that they dry.
Yeah, you have to give them.
You have to like make sure they're hardened. So we cut them up a couple days ago, and they're pretty hardened. So then we're able to put them in the soil. But you can't just buy them and put them in the soil like that.
Not if you're going to cut them. Some people plant the whole seed potatoes just without cutting them up. But from what I've heard, that you'll still get a lot of potatoes, but you're just going to get small potatoes. So when you split them up and just have one or two eyes per piece, that's when you can get the better harvest out of them, bigger potatoes.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab those up and get them planted. This is my lettuce. It's doing amazing. I don't know if you can see. I posted a picture on Facebook yesterday, but since yesterday, I mean, it has stood straight up, and we have been letting it, instead of leaving it in the greenhouse, I've been letting it get air and stuff, so. So we have some planted. They had to be about 3 to 4 inches deep. He sprinkled a little fertilizer in the hole. And then you need to plant with the eyes up. So that's what we're doing. That's the eye right there. I call it a spud, but whatever.
It's not, a spud is a whole potato. But you're supposed to have 1 to 2 eyes, or some people call them chits. But this one's got a bunch there, so what we'll do is just pop a couple of these off. And those are kind of attached, so we'll leave those. Supposedly that helps you get bigger potatoes. And you put it in there like so, with the eyes pointing up, and put it in, just like that. And once these start to come up out of the ground, the bag, it's said to put a layer of straw piled up. I think it said 7 to 8 inches deep. Like, put a big pile of straw on here and let them grow up through there. That keeps the sunlight from getting to your potatoes, because apparently potatoes are inedible and I think kind of poisonous. If the sun gets to them, they will turn green and they're not any good. I wonder if when you get that green potato chip in the bag,
If you're supposed
I
to
wonder
be
if
eating
you're
that.
supposed to eat that. And some of these have a lot smaller eyes. Like, see on this one, they're just barely poking off there. How about these at a local farm supply store? Not a big chain, local family-owned one. And the bag actually said the potatoes are local to us as well. They said Wooster, Ohio on the bag, which is about 30-40 minutes from us, southwest. Hoping the soil does well for us. It wasn't my ideal soil, but with the rain that we've had this spring and everything, a lot of the places haven't made their soil yet, so I had to get basically a combination of compost and screen topsoil and kind of mix it myself, which is what they do and sell it to you for absorbent amounts of money. It was almost an accident.
Look at these birds. Every time we come out, they're like right next to the fence. They think that they're going to get something. Spoiled rotten. Oh, what a nice day. This is what we needed. Ain't gonna lie. It's a little chilly, but it's not bad. It's like
if it wasn't for the
perfect.
breeze, it would be perfect.
Ellie, she let herself in, and now she can't let herself out.
You want time lapse?
Mm-mm.
All right, we got a few potatoes left. Some of them still have good eyes on them, so we might try some in the buckets. We need to mark the buckets so the potatoes that we started in the kitchen and these seed potatoes we bought, so that we have an idea what did best. Because we saw some stuff, it's not that hard to make your own seed potatoes, so if we have a good harvest of these, we'll probably try to make our own for next year. It saves us from having to go out and buy them.
Okay, so what we're doing, folks, is we planted potatoes. We had way more than what would fit in this bed. So we planted potatoes here, and then over there we planted potatoes as well. We still had tons of potatoes because we had bought a whole bag. We don't want to plant them in the ground. If you plant potatoes in the ground, you can't plant tomatoes the year later. You have to rotate your beds. So we were very careful with choosing the beds with what we wanted to do. Then, look at, oh, my lettuce is doing great. I have the lid off of it today. These are what I grew inside. So we put these out here, and then we have potatoes in here. So this is our big potato experiment. We're gonna see what is gonna be best, either planting them in buckets or planting them in the beds. And whichever gets the most potatoes this year wins. Woohoo. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.